And so working with like somebody like Johnny Rea, he doesn't seem like the type that takes a lot of time. He seems like he's probably pretty easy, I would imagine. Is it a lot? Is that a full-time job in itself?
No. I mean, it isn't until it is, until he, his cycle of negotiating his agreements. I mean, this year was a little bit different because we got him out of an agreement, got him into another one, mid-contract basically. So that was a bit of a challenge. But yeah, it's, I try not to interfere very much. I'll try and go to one race a year, just to be there. I don't think I have to be there at every round. He's got a good team around him, basically. He's going through some stuff now, but I'm pretty confident he'll get out of it. And again, through my experience, to me, the rider doesn't forget how to ride. So once they get onto his liking and his package, he'll be fine. Learned that a long time ago with our Honda project with Kenny Jr. I mean, we, after we went through the cycle of our own engine, and then we did a short deal with a KTM motor. We were still building our own chassis. Then we did a deal with Honda, and we had their V5. And we go through winter testing, and the motor was awesome. But Kenny always had this little vague feel, going into the corners. And we get to the Chinese Grand Prix, and again, I don't know why I'm sitting out on these benches outside the garages all the time, but Junior was like 15th, and Warren Willing was his crew chief, and he's saying Kenny doesn't know how to ride anymore, and Kenny's like, Warren doesn't know what he's doing, and this is bullshit, and blah blah blah. So I'm sitting out there, and Mr. Hariki was the head of HRC, and he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Yeah, great." And he explained what's going on, and he goes, "Your rider's Kenny Roberts Jr." I said, "Yeah, that's right." And he goes, "Well, he's a world champion." I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "It's not the rider." I said, "Well, do you have somebody here that could just take your bike and our bike and just overlay it and see where we're out?" And he goes, "Well, the guys that designed our factory bikes are here this weekend on vacation." And so we got them together, and they looked at all this stuff, and the next day he goes, "Everything about your bike is right, except your steering head is 20 millimeters higher." 20 millimeters, not much, right, at the end of the day. And so we couldn't change it for the next round, but the next race was Barcelona, and we changed that, and Kenny, I think, was on the front row, and he got on the podium.
Wow.
So
that's insane.
Well, I'm going back and telling my boys that this weekend if I'm not on the front row.
20 mil baby. 20 mil baby.
But I've been there before.
But that was, again, an engineering battle because we designed that bike, and Warren's protective of what he designed, and he's going to have these other guys look at it. And then
that's got to be such a constant battle because you put your belief in an engineer, and then it's hard to be wrong, or to not.
Yeah, and that's one good thing that Kenny was actually super good at, because he still believed that, and it's harder to do now, but go out and watch on a racetrack, because that was a time where, everybody started looking at data and, lines and all that, but the interpretation of what you're looking at on the screen, especially back then, was not always what it looked like on the racetrack. And Kenny would make our engineers go out and watch on the track, just put that stuff away and go see what it's doing. So